Tevis, which is less than 30 days lefnei Chag of Yud Shvat, the day that the Rebbe became Rebbe. Now, as we know, every year the Rebbe said a Maimer on Basi Ligani, and it's based on the Basi Liganis that the Frierdiker Rebbe gave out. Frierdiker Rebbe passed away Yud Shvat, Tafshin Yud. Now, the Frierdiker Rebbe gave out a series of different Mamorim to be learnt for his mother's yahrzeit, and then Yud Gimel Shvat for his grandmother's yahrzeit. And of course, the Frierdiker Rebbe passed away then. And this is the Mamorim that is like his last mission statement that he's giving for our generation. Now, every year, the Rebbe would take one ois, it's 20 different oisius, and the Rebbe would expound on ois for that for that year. So this year, if you're doing the cycle again, 20-year cycle, it's Tafshin Chav Dalid and Tafshin Mem Dalid. So thank you to Chaim Sholbrook, who gave me, from Vadanochas Balahak, he gave me a pamphlet, he made it, and he put together all the Mamorim from the Frierdiker Rebbe for Mamash for this year, Tafshin Chav Dalid. Now, in Tafshin Chav Dalid, what we're going to do is like this. We're going to learn the Maimer. We're not going to learn the Ois Yud Dalid because in order to appreciate what the Rebbe is saying, the diukim of the Frierdiker Rebbe, we'll have to, let's get to the Maimer Basi Ligani. Now, the first Maimer, the Rebbe said, it was Yud Aleph, it was Yud Shvat, was Shabbos then, so it was Friday night, Shabbos day, and then Motzei Shabbos. So the Rebbe said 3 Mamorim. Now the first Maimer that the Rebbe said Friday night, for whatever reason, they don't have it inscribed. Then the Rebbe said another Maimer Shabbos by day. This is what he says. If you see the first star on page Yud, Maimer Aleph Dibra Masal Basi Ligani Shnemer Belel Shabbos Kedesh Le'Gil Le'Din Le'Is Ata B'Shtei Musay. So the first Maimer they don't have. Maimer Gimel Dibra Masal Basi Ligani Nemer B'Svadas Motzei Shabbos Kedesh. So the Rebbe said a Maimer Basi Ligani Friday night, which they don't have. Then Shabbos by day he said a Maimer Tzidkas Pirzoinei B'Yisrael, which we're going to learn now. And then Motzei Shabbos he said the big Maimer of Basi Ligani, which that is based on Ois Yud Dalid, which we're going to learn after Tzidkas Pirzoinei. So let's learn this Maimer. It's not complete, but it's important. It's 2 pages. It's from Yud to Yud Gimel, and then page Yud Dalid starts the Maimer Basi Ligani. So let's start with Tzidkas Pirzoinei, and then we'll get into the Maimer of Basi Ligani, and then when Ois Yud Dalid is Negea, we'll learn Ois Yud Dalid to appreciate what the Frierdiker Rebbe is saying and all the Rebbe's Chidushim on there. I always, I don't know if they did this yet, but I have this vision that somebody should take all the Basi Liganis of the Rebbe and just every Ois, Bekitzer, what the Chiddush is, what the Frierdiker Rebbe said, and what's the Chiddush of the Rebbe in every Ois. If someone could do that, would be a big Te'elis. Obviously, Bekitzer, so it's clear in our heads. Okay, fine. Everybody has booklets. You need more? Should I get more? You're supposed to give 10. Everybody has? Yeah, I'll get more tomorrow. Okay, the pasuk says like this. The pasuk in Shoftim says, Tzidkas Pirzoinei B'Yisrael. It's a tzedakah that Hashem spread out the Yidden. Now, or maybe the Frierdiker Rebbe brings Masha Omer Razal, this that the Gemara says, it's Gemara in Pesachim. The Gemara in Pesachim that Pei Zayin Amud Beis says in regards to this pasuk, Omer Reb Oishia. Frierdiker Rebbe says, brings the Gemara Omer Reb Oishia, and the Rebbe says Miloshin Yeshua Sheikra Hi Geula. Reb Oishia comes from the terminology of Yeshua salvation, which the main thing is the Geula. So he says like this. Frierdiker Rebbe brings the Gemara Omer Reb Oishia, Mai Diksiv. What does the pasuk say? Tzidkas Pirzoinei B'Yisrael, that Hashem did a tzedakah for the Yidden by spreading them out. Tzedakah asa HaKadosh Baruch Hu B'Yisrael shepizran lebein ha'umis. That the Eibishter, so to speak, did a righteousness for the Yidden that he spread us amongst the different nations. So all the Yidden are not in one select area. Not all the Yidden, you have 6 million Yidden that live in Eretz Yisrael, but there's another 10 million Yidden that are spread out amongst Chutz La'aretz. Now, what's the tzedakah? Pirish Rashi, she'ein yechelim l'chalesim yachad. L'chalesim yachad. It's impossible, since the Yidden are spread out, it's impossible, chas v'shalom, to annihilate the Yidden all at once. And we see this throughout history. Even we see this now. We have oindam aleinu l'chalisenu. We have goyim that the enemy wants to destroy us in every generation. And Hashem did a tzedakah that we're spread out, that if, God forbid, there's a gzeira, there's an annihilation or an attempt to annihilate the Yidden, it's only going to be in that country and not going to affect or not going to occur to the other Yidden. Now, that's what the Gemara says. And Rashi says, She'en yechelim l'chalesim yachad. Now, V'hinei, the Rebbe says, Iker mitziusam, this is from the Friedrich Rebbe. V'hinei, Iker mitziusam she'Yisrael, hu limud ha'teira v'kiyam ha'mitzvahs. The main mitzvahs of a Yid is learning Torah and fulfilling mitzvahs. V'gam she'en yonei ha'reshus shalahem, heim be'efen, d'chol d'rachecha de'eu. As well as that whatever a Yid does, even in his mundane matters, should all be for Hashem. V'lachein mevar balei lula, and the Rebbe says that this is why the Friedrich Rebbe explains sha'akavana b'masha kosuv she'en yechelim l'chaleisam. This that Rashi says that they're not able to destroy us. He beikar b'negei l'teira and mitzvahs. This is beikar b'negei to teira and mitzvahs. Shezeu ikar mitziusim kanal. This is the main mitzias of a Yid. So the Gemara says that staka asa kadosh baruch hu b'Yisrael shepizim l'bein ha'umeis, and Rashi says she'en yechelim l'chaleisam yachad. Why? Because the Friedrich Rebbe explains the ikar by a Yid is Torah and mitzvahs, and therefore v'hainu he says shaydei zeh she'yisrael mefurazim b'kam medinas, through the Yidden being scattered in many countries. Hinegam kasher b'medina achas deichkim v'leichtzim es b'nei Yisrael v'einu neisen lahem lumed l'kaimas mitzvahs. Even when you have one country that's putting pressure on the Yidden and doesn't allow the Yidden to learn Torah and be mekayim mitzvahs, in addition to the fact that the Yidden in the other countries are learning Torah and doing mitzvahs, through the learning of Torah and mitzvahs of theirs, they also give koyach to the people that are under this gzeira, Rahman al-Islam. What does that mean? That they're not to be nispol from all the minus v'ikuvim, and to learn Teda and Mekayim mitzvahs in a very strong way in Mesiras Nefesh. So that's the var. That's the Rebbe is explaining the Friedrich Rebbe that she'en yechelim l'chalesim yachad. The main mitzvahs of a Yid is Teda mitzvahs. So the Friedrich Rebbe explains that being that the main mitzvahs of a Yid is Teda mitzvahs, so through the Yidden being scattered, become Medinas, so even when, God forbid, one country is under the jurisdiction that they're not able to be Mekayim Torah mitzvahs, so first of all, through the Yidden in the countries that don't have this Gzeira, so through learning Torah mitzvahs, it gives them the strength that they are not nispal from all the menus of Yikuvim, and they are Mekayim mitzvahs but take a Mesiras Nefesh. So through the Yidden learning Torah over here, not only does it give a koyach for the Yidden that are under the Gzeira to have Mesiras Nefesh to learn Torah and do mitzvahs, and not to be nispal, and through this, not only is the Umas Elam not able to destroy us, more so. That the Tkiyum Atera Mitzvahs of the Yidden under the Gzeira is very strong. It's higher than any limitation, but in a way of Ufaratzta. Why? Because since the Mesiras Nefesh that the Yidden have under the Gzeira is higher, is in a way of Mesiras Nefesh higher than Seder Yishtalshlus, so they're able to come to a level of higher than Medidav Akbala in a way of Ufaratzta. The Rebbe continues, now, when it comes to Seder Yishtalshlus, the first level of Seder Yishtalshlus in a person is the Koyach HaSeichel, is koyach haseichel, is the intellect, is the chachma, the level, the first level of of chachma. Mashenkin haratzin hu l'mayla mishtashlos. Will ratzin is higher than seder ishtashlos. But the inyan ha'mesiras nefesh hu mitzad tekef haratzin sh'lamayla ma'aseichel. Where does mesiras nefesh come from? Mesiras nefesh comes from the ratzin, which is higher than seichel. Zeu gam Hashem mesayim ba'maimer. This is what the Frierdiker Rebbe is mesayim in the maimer. Shaydei ha'mesiras nefesh ala Teda. Through mesiras nefesh of Teda, yumshach rav tuv lebeis Yisrael. The level of rav tuv is drawn down to the Yidden, and the Rebbe is medayik tuv b'melufam. So you can have tuv and toiv. It's the same meaning. It means both good. So what's the difference between tuv and toiv? So tuv is lamayla mitoiv b'chelam. Tuv, those who know the dikduk very well, tuv is a higher level than toiv. V'hu atevis hanivchoris me'atoiv. It's the choicest, the highest level of toiv. V'hu sherish hatev. It's actually the source of toiv. Shezeh b'chinas shelamayla mishtashlos. This is the level higher than seder ishtashlos. U'bezeh gufa, and this itself b'chinas rav tuv. Now, what does that mean? V'hainu. The key when mesiras nefesh hu l'mayla mishtashlos sheba adam, since the mesiras nefesh that the Yidden have is higher than the level of chachma of a person. So therefore, since the mesiras nefesh is higher than seder ishtashlos, because it comes from the level of ratzon, so therefore, lachein aideh mesiras nefesh al Teda yumshach rav tuv lebeis Yisrael. So through the mesiras nefesh that the Yidden have with Teda, you're able to draw down the level of rav tuv. The matam asar tvachim down over here, but teva nida vanigla beruchnius begashmi. So we said in Eis Aleph, tzidkas perzeni b'Yisrael. The Frierdiker Rebbe brings from the Gemara Amar Rabbi Aishia Maloshin Yeshua. What does it mean? Tzidkas perzeni b'Yisrael. Hashem did a tzedakah for the Yidden lebeina umeis, that He spread the Yidden out in different countries. Like Rashi says, she'en yechelim lechaleisim yachad. That God forbid we can't be annihilated all at once. Now, the Frierdiker Rebbe explains, the Rebbe says, the main mitzias of a Yid is limud hateda v'kima mitzvahs, and therefore the Frierdiker Rebbe explains that she'en yechelim l'chaleisam. How is that this is through teda and mitzvahs? Now, teda and mitzvahs. Now, the Rebbe explains that what does it mean? Tzedakah asa HaKadosh Baruch Hu she'pisun ben ha'umis, which means that when Yidden are learning Torah outside of the Gzeira, that gives a koyach and oiz, that gives a strength to the people that are under the Gzeira, that they should be able to have a strength to have mesiras nefesh and Teda and mitzvahs. And not only are they not nispol from the goyim and the Gzeiras of Umas Ha'elam, but even more so that the kiyum and mitzvahs is in a higher way, in a way of foratztan. Since their mesiras nefesh comes from a way of ratzin, higher than Medidah Akbala, so therefore Hashem gives them Rav Tuv, the Beis Yisrael, gives them the highest level of Taiv, that they can get to higher, the highest level or higher than Seder Shtashlos, and they're able to bring down Rav Tuv, the Beis Yisrael, into the Matam Asar Tzvachim. Taiv, okay, sorry I was late today. Tuv,